All right, we are broadcasting live. Welcome to Phil's First Party Parlay, where we talk all things timely and topical in the insurance restoration industry. I'm Phil Sanoff, trial lawyer with Morgan & Morgan Insurance Recovery Group. With Morgan & Morgan's Insurance Recovery Group, I have 55 of the most awesome attorney colleagues you would ever want to know. We are in 25 states, 25 offices, 13 states, all around the country. If you have any problem with any insurance claim, you need to come see us. We can help you wherever you are. You can reach us through the website, forthepeople.com, or hit pound LAW from any cell phone anywhere, or get me on my personal cell, 713-825-3444. Morgan & Morgan Insurance Recovery Group. Come see us. We are joined tonight by my good friend, John Dye. I am so delighted to have John back on the show. John, please hit that magic button and come back to see us, sir.
There you are, man. Good to see you.
There he is. There he is. I'm great. I love that big smile. I have a big smile that you're here, sir. I really do.
Man, I'm always excited to get to spend time with you. So it's good to see.
It's great. I really appreciate that because I know it's authentic. You know how much I enjoy you, and I really do know, I feel it, how much you enjoy being with me. Sure, and so man. I'm really grateful to get this together.
Absolutely. So this is cool though. The show's been going good. It looks like you guys have been doing quite a few of these. So I'm excited to be a part of one. This is cool.
Yeah. We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I like hanging out with the attorneys.
I want you to comment on that great scenery. That is not what so many people come up with, those virtual backgrounds.
Oh, yeah, no, this is the real deal here. I'm at home, so
that is legit. John Dye coming to you live from home.
Yeah, I don't have the studio set up here, so this is not the same as what we normally do with you guys. So I apologize, but no, we're home right now.
No need to apologize. Please do not apologize. I remember the first time when all the grounding first started, you helped me put together a panel for caring for those that care for the industry, taking care of those that take care of the policyholder. And we put together those type of faith-based shows, fellowship shows, a couple of Wednesdays. And one of those was a couple were from your outside gazebo office. You just showed us off to the side there.
Yeah.
Then I remember you having the inside home office, and now we've just got the great outdoors. It's like the great trifecta of John Dye home offices. It's awesome. It is so awesome.
It's cool, man. That was the nice part about COVID, was getting to work from home full time. Now having to work at the office, it's been a little bit more back to normal, if that makes sense. It's not as exciting, not as fun.
And for those that don't know, John is in Indianapolis, and so they're not on the type restrictions, and they have the distance that they can do at their offices. So I don't want anyone to think that John is violating and taking any undue chances that he's back in the office. I do want us to talk a little about that, though.
Yeah.
That you're in the office, because it ties into all the exciting things that you're doing. You know, I'm a trial lawyer. You know, I believe in the magic of three, the power of three. And so having you able to be on the show tonight just transitions so great with that, because you've got three topics of exciting things going on that are just so easy to talk about. You have transitioned from doing the daily show, the daily roofing industry show, and the Art of the Supplement podcast that I remember you had when we first met. Talk about what's going on with you now and the new show and all that means for everyone.
Well, Phil, we transitioned a little bit. We moved, the daily show was daily. So it was 5 days a week. That was not, we did 40 of those, and that was a lot.
Well, I remember I was very admirable. It was very admirable.
It was a lot of work, and we didn't know. We kind of just did it as a way to respond to the industry and to help people get more knowledge and understand how to deal with COVID. And if you look at how everyone did, I mean, our business did great. A lot of the roofing contractors that I work with, they were able to really survive and thrive and do really well through all this stuff. And so it was good to see that part of it. And we kind of shut it down, took a little hiatus, and Troy and the team at the Catalyst Group and everyone came back and said, hey, we got to do something. That was too good to just not do that.
Well, I want you to back up a little bit because you said our business did good. And I got into talking about our friendship, didn't really fully introduce all that you are involved in and all that you mean to the industry. So why don't you talk about that a little bit, about how you went with Art of the, you started, when we met, it was Art of the Supplement. You joined into Balance Claims, what Balance Claim does. Make sure we get the right exposure.
Yeah, so
tell the folks that see this about that.
Art of the Supplement is a training platform to train contractors and roofers and anyone that does insurance work on the day-to-day basis, how to deal with the most monotonous of normal claims and how to really work that process. Not the kind of stuff that you guys work on, because what you guys work on is a little bit different than what we do. We're just basically trying to help move quick and get paid for all the work we do. And I'm a former contractor. I grew up around all that, so that's all I know. And so I started teaching contractors how to do some of the stuff that I learned how to do 10, 12 years ago, as far as supplementing goes. And then Balance got a hold of it. Balance was one of my biggest competitors for years. And I love Troy and those guys. And they wanted to sponsor the Art of the Supplement. We were traveling around the country doing these boot camps and trainings and all kinds of stuff. And they approached us about sponsoring. So we let them in. And then from there, Balance ended up making us an offer, and you know how those offers go.
One thing leads to another. I remember seeing you with Balance sponsoring, and I got to know Troy at all the different events. Yeah. And then, like you say, the next thing I know, Art of the Supplement is part of Balance. And so it was just
an M&A world, man. I got introduced into that real quick, how M&As work. And now I've been acquired. I'm a part of Balance. I'm one of the members there. I'm a partner. And so that led us into doing the Daily Show, which was so random. But Balance is a great organization.
I was going to ask you to talk about Balance a little bit and your involvement with Catalyst Group. Let's let folks hear about that.
Yeah, so Balance is the industry leading supplement firm. So we do like third-party supplement work for about 800 contractors are on our books right now, nationwide. And so we handle, this month we'll handle over 1,000, 1,200 claims through our doors. And so we do a lot of the back and forth work that contractors don't want to do, the administrative work, and we handle that burden for them. And so we're a third-party supplementing firm. We have about 40 W-2s in Indianapolis. And
and I've been there. It's an amazing workforce, a wonderful infrastructure. So much so that you had to go from the building I saw when I was there several months ago to you help find a even bigger facility. And the infrastructure and ability y'all have now must just be out even more.
We're in a 12,000 square foot facility now. And so we have everyone under one roof finally. It's really nice to see all the smiling faces every day when we get to be together outside of Zoom calls. But it's cool to see everyone. And so this whole business was started about 5 years ago by Troy Clymer and Eric Hepler and Josh Roseboom. And so these guys, not from the industry, but really phenomenal management people that understand business. And they built the premier insurance supplementing company that there is in our industry by far. They're leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. And it's pretty amazing to see what they've done. And so I got to be a part of that and watching them transform and build their business, and learning from them is really a big part of what I do, because man, those guys are on a whole nother level when it comes to business and running organizations.
All the infrastructure and all the administration, it's just amazing, the processes and the systems in place there. Like you say,
it's never been done. I mean, what they've accomplished has never been done in our industry. No one's taken and no one can handle the kind of volume that they handle because of their administrative abilities. Really, it's nothing more than that. I mean, task wise, I can do what Balance does on a day-to-day basis, but I can do 20, 25 claims a week. They're handling thousands of claims in and out of that business at a time. So they've built a system, they've built a machine, and it's amazing to see. And I'm proud to be a part of it. It's an honor to even consider myself to be a partner there. It's like, wow, that's huge. But they're great people. And so, we built a lot of stuff. I kind of I'm their marketing guy now, so I'm the official CMO. And so we started doing the Daily Show, and it really wasn't a marketing thing. It was just to help the industry. that was fun. That took off. The
I
cattle.
remember how much help it was that we knew we could go every day at noon and see what the latest news was. You were scrolling through and finding stories. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was just, we just had to do it. Someone had to do
You
something.
just had to respond. Right.
Yeah, it
right.
was a great response, and we did it. We were able to pull it off quick, which I think speed is everything in this kind of stuff. And so we did, and it was just a learning experience for everybody. And the Catalyst Group was a big sponsor of that, which the Catalyst Group is a vendor alliance. So several different vendors. There's all kinds of different people in there that have come together to form the Catalyst Group, which is an educational platform. They do a lot of the boost training at like all the big conferences and stuff. They provide a lot of trainings at those and different environments. And they came together and they said, hey, let's put this together. We let them sponsor it. Troy's the president of the Catalyst Group.
Right.
And so, they got right behind it. Well, then when we shut it down, they said, well, what are we going to do? They came back and said, well, let's put something else together. I said, well, give me a couple weeks to like really think about this, because I want to do it right. I don't want to just throw something together and put it back out there. And Memorial Day was the day that Troy and I were texting, and we were like trying to figure out what to do. I was sitting on my sailboat, and I said, you know what? We got to call this the American Contractor Show.
Nice.
And it clicked. That was it. Like, this is the show. We got our graphics people got going on it. They started putting all the stuff together. Savage got involved on the video side, and we built this show, which is a hybrid of it's all educational. It's all information. There's no sales pitching allowed on it. It's all
Right.
straight up discussing stuff. And it's really, I wanted to build a relationship between the contractors and the vendors, but not on a like, hey, I want to sell you something, more on a like, hey, I want to help you. And this is what we do in our business that is going to translate into your business.
Right.
And we have actual roofers that come on that are experiencing success. And it's all about teaching them about the American dream and how the American dream is accessible through contracting, which is what we all do. And that's the beauty of what we do. And so this week's really exciting because we're talking about that big time, because it's Independence Day week. We're putting a whole lot behind it, but it's been a blast, and I'm excited. I can't wait to have you on it, Phil. I know you're going to be a great person on there.
Great. Now tell folks when you and I are saying these things that we know what we're talking about, but for folks that see this later, when we repurpose it, put it on the YouTube channels and put it on our socials, get it to you for your website. We're talking about our friend Troy. When you say Troy Clymer,
Yes,
who is within Balance and with Catalyst.
Yep, CFO of Balance Claims, and he's the president of the Catalyst Group.
And so tell us about when and how we see the American Contractor Show. We've talked about it, but let's make sure people know how to get to it when they hear this.
It's twice a week live on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on the American Contractor Show website, americancontractorshow.com. But it's mainly, it really goes live on the Facebook page and on my LinkedIn page more than anything else, my personal LinkedIn profile. And then,
are there specific days and times?
Yes, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So, and today we had a great conversation about coaches. We had Jim Johnson and Danny Kerr on there talking about what they do to help, people, not just like, hey, we're going to help you build your business. We're going to help build people.
Right.
And we had a great conversation about that and how that helps build the American dream, because it's helping people reach their full potential. Without that, it's a lot more difficult.
Jim is another mutual friend of ours that we spent time with. I've got to go catch that show. Yeah. So
Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's also on YouTube. We put the YouTube stuff up there, as well as Spotify, iTunes, all those podcast forms.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So you can listen to the episode right after it airs. It goes right up into podcast form within an hour. And so you can actually subscribe to it on your phone, on iTunes or Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Stitcher, all that stuff. It's all over the place.
I was just going to say that I've got on my phone, I've got Spotify and iTunes podcast. So I can go subscribe to that on both and get the pop-ups.
Yep. And you'll get the pop-up, you get the notification, and you can listen to them every Tuesday and Thursday. So
same for the YouTube alerts. If I subscribe on YouTube,
if you subscribe on YouTube, you'll get it. So American Contractor.
Got that app too. Great.
So it's what, we wanted to do something that was more, it's a hybrid. So we have these types of conversations, but we also have, we're going to do a really big segment. Like, no one really knows about this. Your audience are the first ones to hear about this, really. But
yes, breaking news.
All right, we're doing a big segment on truck wraps. Come on now. Contractors love to wrap.
Contractors
right?
love wrapping some trucks.
So I convinced my partners to let me wrap my own truck. So we got some big wheels on order. We've got the whole thing. The wrap is unreal. Like I told the wrap guy, I said, look, you're the expert. You make this thing look amazing. Take this brand and turn it into a truck wrap. And it is unbelievable. So I'm super excited about it.
So you're branding it with American Contractor Show branding wrap.
It's going to have an American Contractor Show wrap completely done up, the whole truck from bumper to bumper, the big wheels on it. I mean, it looks like a monster. We'll have it at all the shows and stuff. And I don't know if I'll be able to drive it every day with all that stuff on there, but I probably should. So.
So today is June 30th. Do you know when you're going to have that show?
We're actually going to wrap the truck in the middle of July.
Okay.
And but I wanted to make it a really produced episode, so we're going to have Savage out there, and he's going to be doing some stuff. I don't know how long it'll take him to produce that, probably a week or so. So by the end of July, we should have that episode out.
Fantastic.
About it. That's going to be fun.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah, that's what we've been up to. But at the end of the day, we're doing all this stuff to basically help contractors. That's all I come back to. We want to provide the best knowledge, the best information that's going to make them better at what they do. And that's what you do too, and I appreciate that.
Oh, I appreciate you, John. Thank you for saying that. Tying right into how you help contractors with your American Contractor Show, the other thing for us to talk about is you've now gone virtual with your supplement boot camps.
Yeah, we kind of had to.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. We need folks to know about your boot camp supplement.
We do 2 boot camps a month, every other Wednesday.
Wow, I didn't know you were doing that many. Fantastic.
Yeah, we're doing every other Wednesday. So this Wednesday I'm off. Next Wednesday I'm back on again. And so we did that. And then what we also did was, since it was hard to do when I was traveling, but I've been wanting to do like a real hands-on extended course on how to really do this, like give me your claims, like we're going to work on them together and test people. So we started what's called the master class. And that makes people into a claims master at the end of it. They become certified. They have to take a test at the end. It's a 4-week long class. We started doing that. I teach those twice a week. So this week I'm actually off on claims masters, but next week we start the next 4-week session.
Got it.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. That's been a lot of fun. And it's really cool to see how these people are, not only they're making a ton of money and they're protecting their profits, they're making sure that they're getting paid for everything they do, but they're really getting really good results. And it's fun to watch it actually go down hands on. Like, here's what we're really going to do. This is practical. Like, you're going to make money off this. Like, this is the easiest class that you'll ever take and the most profitable class you'll ever take.
And isn't that really the issue? I'm getting to know you better. I know there are some contractors I've known over the years, and doing what you do to help folks get paid for everything they do is such a key to making sure that the policyholder, the homeowner, building owner gets all the right work. But even more so, or at least as much so, we've got to protect the policyholder. Right. But the contractor does the work, they deserve to get paid.
Well, by them getting paid, it's protecting the policyholder.
Right.
For them not getting paid, everyone's hurting. The only people that win in that situation is the insurance company. And so at the end of the day, like, if the contractor's not getting the right amount of work, are they going to be able to survive and stay in business without getting paid for everything? And if they don't survive and stay in business because they keep getting ripped off, how is that helping the policyholder at the end of the day?
How's that helping anybody? Right.
It's hurting the system. It's hurting contractors. It's hurting the policyholders. It's hurting everybody. And so we're trying to essentially educate contractors so that they protect themselves. And they can. There's ways that they can do it. They just have to change their mindset a little bit and realize what's actually happening on the other side of things. Right. And I've been able to help them. I was an adjuster, contractor. I've seen all the sides to this, and you've seen some of it too with what you do. It's a travesty dealing with what we deal with day in and day out. But it's part of business though.
And anything that folks like you can come along and teach people how to get past that travesty and make it well, it's just such a benefit to all levels of the industry. It's so helpful.
Definitely. And so that's our only goal. And that's what Balance's goal is. That's what our goal is to help elevate, build, and teach the contractors how to do this stuff. And that's our
Fantastic.
yeah. And so I know that we work hand in hand with folks like you and what you guys are doing. We appreciate that. And, you know, we try to keep a real good pulse on the industry, and I think you guys do as well. You know, in fact, I want to talk to you about something later on that I think will be really interesting to talk about. So
I'll call you after.
there you go.
You know,
But,
I will.
but for sure, I mean, that's something cool. But I know we need to talk about one more thing today, though.
Well, so before we transition, we always want to talk about RoofCon. Morgan & Morgan is the newest platinum sponsor for RoofCon.
Thank you for that too.
Our friend Hunter asked me to get you to come on and represent RoofCon this evening. Is there anything else for your business, for your pieces about American Contractor Show or Art of the Supplement before we transition into RoofCon?
Well, I think RoofCon is going to be great for American Contractor Show and for Art of the Supplement.
No doubt.
You know, I'm excited because that's when we get to have the truck there for the first time at the first event. So
I didn't want to ask you, but I felt pretty confident that with the timing of the wrapping that you'd be driving it down for.
Oh, we're taking it. It's going to all the events. I mean, Troy's looking for a trailer next to haul all of our gear down. So
all the gear, right?
Yeah, because we pay a lot of money, thousands of dollars every year to move our equipment from conference to conference. And so we're like, well, if we're gonna have the truck there, we're buying a trailer too. So
fantastic.
But yeah, RoofCon's the first event that we're super excited about because, you know, we've all been sitting around kind of waiting for something to happen and working from home, and RoofCon's going to be our first chance, hopefully, to get out and get amongst people and get to learn again and grow some more and become an industry again.
Right. Now, you and I met at last year's RoofCon, the very first RoofCon, obviously the first RoofCon that I attended, that anyone attended, and you and I met there. So I'm grateful for RoofCon for that. I have so many friends. First time I met Hunter, so many of the other contractors that we know and love over the years now.
RoofCon proved to be super valuable during that event. I mean, there's never been a conference quite like RoofCon.
Right. So let's talk about it. Let folks know what you mean by that.
So last year we had RoofCon and you were there. It was a great event. It was so personable though. It was an opportunity to really connect, and the topics of discussion were really applicable to contractors, to roofers right then and there. And I think it really struck a chord with a lot of the people that were there. I noticed, you know, we were doing the panels when you spoke, when other different speakers were there. I mean, people were engaged. It was needed. The people are hungry for this, for some solid, good information. And that's what RoofCon came to be. That's what it came from, is the need for this solid, good information. Not a lot of conferences kind of turned into a party. Right. And RoofCon is not really, I mean, yeah, it's a fun conference. There's going to be great things happening. But at the end of the day, RoofCon is a learning experience. It's
really more about life, more of the holistic, not just here's how you do your business and here's how you make a better profit and run your business better, but it's also how you run your life better, how you integrate with your family and with your workforce.
People like to separate business and life, or business and personal, but I don't care how you cut it. Business is one of the most personal things out there.
Right.
And you're going to have to deal with people day in and day out, and how you work with people and how you run your life is what's going to really dictate your level of success. And you can only get as far as your integrity, as far as you as a person will allow you to go. And that's why RoofCon was created to create better people and better business people. And so Hunter did a great job putting this together. And I was really thrilled to be a part of the first one. I was honored to do that. And this one's going to be even better. They're moving it to Houston this year. Right. I believe it's October 16th and 17th. Am I right?
15th through 17th is what it's advertising. Friday people get there, and then all day, it really goes on the 16th and 17th at NRG Center out by the NRG Stadium. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be
there in Houston. It's going to be awesome. They've got a lot more space this time. There's going to be a lot more vendors there. A lot of really good, cool stuff that you guys can check out. Great networking events. It's going to be this is going to be the premier conference. I fully expect that RoofCon over the next 5-6 years is going to become one of the, if not the premier roofing conference for our industry.
Folks can find it. It's October 15th through 17th. roofcon.com. Go to Facebook. There's a RoofCon page. Anything else about RoofCon or any other access to be able to tell folks about?
Be there. Tell them
that's it.
You will regret missing RoofCon because it is going to be amazing. The people that leave RoofCon are going to have a completely new perspective on life, on business, and they're going to be able to scale their business and grow so much faster because of that event. And that's the goal there, is to help people grow. And that's what we're doing.
I can tell you that as a Morgan & Morgan Platinum sponsor, I'm going to have a 45-minute no-pitch breakout for us to talk about life.
That's part. There were no
happiness. It's going to be great, right?
It was a no-pitch zone. Everyone hung out. Everyone just, talked about things that were so much more important than just talking about business and roofing and, the stuff that we hear all day long. This was a whole different event, and that's why RoofCon is so great.
And I really believe we are taking it to another level this year as far as that goes. I'm so glad to be able to, that we can both be another part of that again.
I'm excited. I'm so glad you're going to be there, Phil. Always a pleasure to get to spend time with you, man.
Always great. May not see you before that. We'll see what we can make work. But surely I'll see you here in Houston. Well, John, we've got just a couple of minutes left. I don't want to cut you off. This is here to help you get all your information out about all of your great projects. Thank you so much for coming. What else do we need to know
Phil,
about what you've got going on?
We're just helping contractors. That's all we got going on. We're the biggest thing for me right now. I think my mantra, everything that we're doing, everything we're trying to help with is education. We want feedback too, though. If contractors need stuff, they got questions about things, they're noticing things in the industry, I'd love to know about that.
What's the best way for them to contact you, John?
Look us up on Facebook, Art of the Supplement page, or the American Contractor Show page. Either one of those. LinkedIn is a great source. I'm really, really trying to push into LinkedIn hard right now.
Okay.
I love LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn's a great platform, and it's a lot less noisier than Facebook in some ways.
Right.
And so I'm trying to steer into LinkedIn. Send me a message, reach out to me, connect with me there. That's a great platform that we really want to take full advantage of. But I want to help contractors with marketing. I want to help them with some of the stuff that we've been able to conquer, help them conquer as well. And
Fantastic.
We're seeing results all over the place. Here in Indianapolis, I have a roofer right now that came out of nowhere. And this is something that I think that contractors need to understand. Like, if you've been around this thing for 10, 15, 20 years, and you want to really know what's new and what's working, look at your competition that's starting out today. There's a guy in Indianapolis that started his business last year. He'll probably do $10 million this year.
Woo.
I've never seen anything like it. He has a sales rep in there. We talked about it. I did a whole segment about it on the American Contractor Show. Sales rep started on 4/20 of this year. Started selling roofs 4/20. I interviewed him about 2-3 weeks ago. He had sold 52 roofs.
Wow.
In a matter of 6 weeks. Okay? What was he doing right that no one else is doing in this town? What is this contractor doing that no one else is doing? How is he scaling so quickly? How is he growing so quickly? What has he tapped into that the old guys are like, no, there's no way. This isn't possible. It would blow their minds if they knew what was going on right under their nose in their own market.
And you're exposing that and helping folks through your show.
Through our show, but just helping change the mindset.
Right.
One of the things that I did when I started at Balance, which I think was one of the most valuable things I'd ever done as an exercise, and now I make my employees do it too when they start working at Balance. Anyone that works in my department, I make them do this. The very first thing they do is they write a report. And that report is about what they see in the business right then and there. It's so weird to think about, but when I started at Balance, I wrote a report. They asked me to do that, and I thought, this is weird. I don't need to write the stupid report, whatever. I wrote a report about everything that I saw in Balance as a consultant. You guys, this is what I would fix. This is what I would change. This is how I see things. What's crazy is they took that because I hadn't been I hadn't been exposed to the culture yet. I hadn't ingrained myself in the company, so I had a really fresh perspective.
Right.
They saw the value in that fresh perspective. And that a lot of the stuff that I wrote in that report, they implemented as changes in the company.
I was just going to say, has got to have now been implemented for you.
I couldn't write that report today like I did then.
Right.
Because now I'm ingrained. I'm a part of the culture. I don't see things the same way as I saw them back then. But the value in that report was huge. And so what I tell people is when you're trying to figure out what's next, what's trending, what's happening, look at the ones that are starting right now. What are they doing differently that you would never do or never thought of doing before?
Right.
Those guys are doing things because they have no baggage. They have no bad habits. They haven't ingrained themselves in anything. They're making their way wherever they can. And they're seeing things that us as people that are in the industry that have been here for so long can never see.
Just don't see. Just can't see it that way.
Our perspective is skewed.
Right.
Their perspective is so fresh, and they're looking in and they're saying, this is what I would fix about this industry. And that's a really valuable perspective. So watch the newcomers. See what they're seeing, learn from them. And that'll change a lot of stuff for, I think, a lot of business owners if they start to do that. But that's me. That's my soapbox for tonight. So
all right. Fantastic, brother. Well, we're up against it. I can't thank you enough. We are grateful for you coming to us from your home. We appreciate you taking the time out of your personal time to do this. I know you and I will be in touch again soon. Great catching up with you today and on the show. We are grateful for you being here. John Dye, Art of the Supplement, Balance Claims.
Thank you, Phil. Always an honor, sir. We'll talk soon.
All right. I'm going to take us home. Brought to you by Insurance Recovery Group, Morgan & Morgan. Come see us. Thank you, John. Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.